Could have been a contender.
Yeah.
Could have been a...
I'm happy as can be. The mid-majors are spanking those big boys, and they do it every year.
Oh, man, you got that loose stuff. Protects your sheet metal. Here comes Holmstrom all alone. Shot it. He scores! Maddox makes his move. Quick first step. Bell sticks with him. Won it! Richardson got it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 7 Sports Update. I'm Dave LewAllan.
And I'm Michael Stone, and Davey?
It's Gonzaga next.
Gonzaga. Gonzaga. And they couldn't have asked for anything better seed-wise.
It's working out, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's move on through to Minneapolis.
Some of these teams falling by the wayside.
Izzo's not going to want to see.
No, definitely not. I mean, this Gonzaga team is going to be a tough test.
Yes.
I mean, you know you're going to hear that the next couple of days.
They haven't made it to the Sweet 16 3 straight years.
Yeah, and it's a nice Cinderella story.
The Spartans played pretty damn well today.
Yeah, they sure did. I'll tell you, the Spartans will head to Atlanta for the round of 16 after taking care of Alabama State and Fresno State today in Memphis. Big games from David Thomas and Al Anaganye, keying MSU's 81-65 victory over Jerry Tarkanian's Bulldogs. First half, and out of a Fresno double team, David Thomas will pass to Charlie Bell. Bell to knock down the jumper. He had 13 points on 6 of 16 shooting on the day. After a 7-0 MSU run, Bulldogs go to their big man, Elvin Eli. He had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 37-30 Michigan State at the half. To the second half, and Jason Richardson with the attempt from long range. He misses, but look at the effort of David Thomas. Tipped that ball up and in. He had 14 rebounds. Richardson had 9 points. Teammate gets him the ball for this slam. And then with a couple of minutes to play, court spread a bit. Hudson will go to Anaganye. He matched Bell's 13 points for high in the game for the Spartans. And watching in Memphis, the old coach, Judd Heathcote. That's Gonzaga's coach, Mark Few, talking with Judd. Judd's a Gonzaga season ticket holder. The Spartans will play on.
I don't talk great about my team all the time, but these guys laid it on the line today. I mean, they laid it on the line today, and I have nothing but admiration for our team because I know how good a team we played. Bagged the seedings, and you know, we're not finished yet.
But that's been, you know, a staple of this program is toughness, and I think we knew that they were going to come at us, and they were going to come at us with everything that they got, and they were going to try to outmuscle us. But you know, that's the way it is in the Big Ten every game, and we just tried to let that, you know, carry it over to this game, and we didn't want to get, you know, out-toughed out there. We feel that we're one of the tougher teams in the country, and we had to go out there and play like it.
I have never in my career heard of a program that averages 16 more rebounds a game than their opponents. That's their average. And somebody told me, I don't know if this is true, maybe the Michigan people can verify, they get 46% of their misses. Even if that's close, that is unheard of.
Just a great team effort for the Spartans. Next up, 12-seeded Gonzaga, Friday night in Atlanta. Now, forget about calling Gonzaga Cinderella.
I call them Cinderella.
Forget about it, because this afternoon the Bulldogs advance to the Sweet 16 for the 3rd straight year with an 85-68 victory over Indiana State. The Bulldogs have real good players in Dan Dickow and Casey Calvary, but here it's Alex Hernandez who gets the bucket as Gonzaga wins it 85-68. A date with Michigan State is next.
You know, teams are out of this.
Yes.
I mean, good teams in this region. It is really set up well for the Spartans.
Perfectly.
To
So they should be happy maybe they got the South instead of the Midwest. A little about today's game. Great to see Thomas and Anaganye do well. Charlie Bell got his shot back a little bit, which is good. Still turned the ball over too much. Marcus Taylor played well. It's what they needed.
Oh, well, and Fresno State, pretty good team, pretty good test there. They're going to hopefully be able to elevate the Spartans, their game, a little bit further as they move along. And you know, you got to like this team's chances to get to the Final Four again, certainly. And when you get there, who knows?
I mean, you got all the top seeds out except for them. Yeah. If the Spartans win Friday, they'll go for their 3rd straight Final Four. If they beat the Temple-Penn State winner, that's right, the Penn State-Temple winner, 7-seed Penn State, who many, including myself, did not think deserved to be in the tournament, shocked 2nd-seed North Carolina, 82-74. Titus Ivory was the big man for the Nittany Lions. He had 21 points. Penn State upsets the Tar Heels 82-74. Down goes the 2-seed in the South. Penn State will meet Temple. The Owls upset 3rd-seed Florida. Alex Wesby with the steal and the jam. Florida will not be back in the title game. Temple upsets the Gators and Billy Donovan 75-54. The Midwest Regional played out to form. In Dayton, top seed Illinois used 14 Sergio McLean points to beat Charlotte 79-61. McLean was one of 4 Illini players to score in double figures. Illinois advances to the Sweet 16 in San Antonio with the 18-point win. Illinois will meet 4-seed Kansas, who had no problem with Syracuse. Kenny Gregory, the great move in basket. Gregory scored 15 points. Here he jams 2 of them home. Jayhawk Flowhawk Syracuse 87-58. Other half of the Midwest features Arizona Michael Wright with the outstanding second and third effort hoop. Second-seeded Wildcats advanced to Sweet 16 for the 4th time in 6 years. They beat Butler by 21. The third-seeded Rebels of Ole Miss had their hands full with Notre Dame, but 5'6" Jason Harrison hits the 3. 46 seconds left. Mississippi beats the Irish 59-56.
The Detroit Titans have made it 2 straight wins in the National Invitation Tournament. Playing on the road tonight, the Titans defeated the Connecticut Huskies 67-61. Rashad Phillips, 26 points. Willie Green with 25. Titans will play the winner of Monday night's game between Richmond and Dayton in the NIT quarterfinals. From college basketball to hockey, Red Wings fortunate to get out of San Jose with a victory. They blew 3-0 and 4-2 leads tonight, but managed to get the 2 points thanks to Martin Lapointe's late goal and an empty netter. 6-4 Red Wings, the final at the Shark Tank. Brendan Shanahan had a hot stick, and he put the Wings on the board tonight, scoring his 28th of the season midway through the first period. Thomas Holmstrom recording his first career hat trick. First of his 3 goals coming after the San Jose turnover at the blue line. And Holmstrom would make it 3-0, knocking this pass from Steve Yzerman out of the air with a shaft of his stick and into the net. Sharks tied the game at 4 at 11:45 of the 3rd period. Mike Ricci in front will score against Manny Legacy, but Lapointe got his game winner with 2:37 remaining. Goaltender for the Sharks losing sight of the puck. Lapointe coming in is going to jam it past him right here. And then Nick Lidstrom scored an empty net goal in the final seconds. Wings now 5 points up on St. Louis. The Blues, Tony, with a game in hand on the Wings, but 5 points, that's a nice cushion at this time.
Looks good. You know, they didn't play so well against Colorado. And actually, they gave up a lot of scoring chances tonight as well, so they got to worry about the odd man rushes, but they'll be okay. Darren McCarty injured his ankle. We'll have to wait and see. I heard it's a sprain. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too serious.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty to look at, though.
Hey, we're just getting started on this action-packed edition of the 7 Sports Update. Up next, the Pistons story.
They took on the Bucks at the Palace. We'll have highlights of Ben Wallace and company just ahead.
And is Bobby Higginson worth $10 million a year? We'll discuss Higgy's contract as the update continues next.
Sports Update is brought to you in part by your Chrysler and Jeep Superstores.
Chrysler minivans continue to receive more and more and more awards. Now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards Program. Where now for just $279 a month, returning Daimler Chrysler lessees with exceptional credit can lease the luxuriously equipped Chrysler Town & Country LX. So reward yourself today. Drive home one of our award winners. It's better than taking home a trophy. See your Chrysler Jeep Superstore today.
Fly Southwest Airlines to Nashville and experience the new sound of country.
You are now free to move about the country.
The biggest golf event of the year is now even bigger. Announcing double demo days at Carl's Golfland. Because this year, Demo Days is a double feature. With the grand opening of our new store in Plymouth at 5 Mile and Sheldon, we're dishing out a double dose of Demo Days. Try out all the latest equipment from all the leading manufacturers. Plus, get grand opening savings at both stores. So double check your calendar and get to Demo Days now on the double.
This is big camping.
Yeah, it is. How about some food we're slowing down for? Like the $11.99 meal deal and new desserts from 99 cents. Boston Market. Slow down.
Hey, surf's up at the Backyard Pool and Spa Show, Novi Expo Center. Turn your backyard space into your summer place with a spa. Starts Friday.
He shoots. He scores with Red Wing Game Day, only on 7.
The Pistons' remote chances of making the playoffs took another hit tonight as they were beaten by the Milwaukee Bucks 196 at the Palace. The lost couple with Indiana's win over Sacramento leaves the Pistons 5 games out of the final playoff spot. We go to the second quarter. Jerry Stackhouse will hit the triple from the corner. He had just 16, none in the fourth quarter. Pistons by 8 at the break. Ben Wallace, huge game for the Pistons. Michael Curry will feed the ball to Big Ben. He had 18 points and 21 rebounds. Fourth quarter, Corliss Williamson with the miss. Watch Joe Smith with the follow slam. But the Pistons were down 2. Down 1, they need a stop here, but they don't get it. Glenn Robinson through the lane, hits the runner. He had 24. Milwaukee over an energy-depleted Piston team, 100-96.
Some of our guys really just kind of ran out of gas. You know, even a Mercedes or a Chrysler or a Ford or a GM product or a Daimler Chrysler, to be politically correct. Can't run if it's out of gas, and I do think some of our guys just coming down the stretch were really exhausted.
That's been a problem all season at home, losing games that they were ahead in,
now they go
maybe
on the
should have
road,
won, and
get it over with and get the lottery going.
Get the lottery pick, right?
Yes.
All right, what do you make of this Rick Pitino situation? Talking to Louisville, going to make a decision this week. University of Michigan's expressed some interest in talking with
show
Rick
the interest.
Pitino.
Go meet with them and figure out what you're going to do.
Well, he's going to make his Louisville decision first, it sounds like.
Well, he wants to know something from Michigan, whether it's worth turning down all that money for.
I mean, he'd be a quick fix, obviously, to the problem that they have in Ann Arbor in terms of lack of interest.
He'd do a great job, and Bo Schembechler, who I respect so much,
made some comments
without knowing everything. Okay, so they won't pay more than the football coach. Well, maybe Rick Pitino doesn't necessarily need all that money.
And Pitino said money's not really the #1 priority.
He took $8 million. He left in Boston. He could have that a year for another 2 or 3 years. He's got enough money. Not that I would know what money is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens ultimately with that situation. Patino obviously would be a good fix in Ann Arbor. Exhibition baseball victory for the Tigers today. They edged the Blue Jays in Lakeland 7-6. Dave Malicki with the victory. Opening day 3 weeks from this Tuesday. Now the question to be answered before opening day is, will Bobby Higginson sign a new long-term contract with the Tigers? He says if he doesn't by opening day, he's going to play out things and move on.
I have a feeling he will sign it. Whether he'll get the $10 million is another question, because I don't think, with all due respect, because I love Bobby Higginson, I don't think he'll get the amount of money anywhere else that he's going to get here. He doesn't mean as much as any other team that does Tigers. And the man has never made an all-star team.
He's not a $10 million player.
No,
frankly.
I agree
He's not an $8 million player if you want to get right down to it. And if it comes down to the money, this is one time where, as much as I like Bobby Higginson as well, you know, you got to say the Tigers are doing an okay thing if they say bye-bye Bobby.
Now, Mike Ilitch talked to reporters today.
Down in Florida.
He says it's going to get done. I don't care how much it costs them. Get it done, but not for $10 million. But then again, it's not my money, so if he wants to pay him $10 million, more power to him.
Not for 10, not for 8 either, huh?
Hey, we are not close to being finished in this update. Still ahead, the incredible story of Detroit boxer Ricky Womack. After 15 years in jail, Womack is trying to resurrect his career as he has reclaimed his life. He'll join us next as the update moves on.
Channel 7 Sports Update, Play of the Week.
Play of the week, the 59 Annika Sorenstam shot on Friday in the LPGA tournament in Phoenix. It was a record on the LPGA Tour, also matches the all-time low in any professional event. She had reason to celebrate. She went on to win the tournament by 3 shots as well. It is our play of the week.
Chrysler Sebrings continue to receive more and more and more awards. Now it's time to reward you with the Chrysler and Jeep Rewards Program, where right now, for as little as $219 a month, returning Daimler Chrysler lessees with preferred credit can lease a stylish and sporty Chrysler Sebring sedan. So reward yourself today. Drive home one of our award winners. It's better than taking home a trophy. See your Chrysler Jeep Superstore today.
Yeah.
Clean the inside too, mister?
Just the outside.
White Castle. What you crave. Buy a sack of 10 and get a cool air freshener free.
Your feet feel lighter and smile. Come